So there we are live once again and welcome everyone to my show Sound of Soul. Right. Okay, so today, by the way, guys, how are you? And this is a late night video audio content where we are going to discuss about how do we stay healthy by keeping our thoughts positive. So keeping that title in our mind, how to be positive and how do we train our mind to see the silver lining. That's the topic which is completely different. I know many podcasters, many YouTubers have this audio or video over how to control your mind, how to be healthy, how to be positive. But here on our channel, that is on Sound of Soul, we'll be welcoming very special guest here, Miss Neha, who is an influencer, a podcaster, and also a motivational speaker for youth. So let's see, let's welcome her on our channel, Sound of Soul, and I hope she's here. Hello, Miss Neha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so we have here Miss Neha here, who is a influencer, a podcaster, and a motivational speaker. So how are you, Sneha?
I am good. Thank you for introducing me. And how are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. Thank you for asking. By the way, um, sorry, actually, we are doing this live stream at late night, and I know you must be very busy with all your schedule, but
No, no,
actually,
it's
we have our
totally fine.
audience all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
and staying positive, keeping on that topic, I think we can be positive at any time, and we should keep that in mind, right?
yes, staying positive right now.
Okay, staying positive right now.
Yeah.
So, can you introduce yourself to our audience here?
Hello,
Like what you
everyone.
do, what's your work, and how is your background things?
So as you have introduced, I don't think you have left anything to for me to say. I am actually an educator, and I
Okay.
also motivate my students and others to stay positive and see the silver lining in the life. Like when you're facing any negative things in life, how you can see a positive thing in that instead of
Okay.
only focusing on the negative thing.
Hmm. So how do you do that, by the way? Like we'll discuss that thing also, but can you keep it
Mm.
like in a short? Like how do you do that?
How do we do it is it can be like constantly when you are in your day-to-day life, you may fall down or
Hmm.
you may face any a minor embarrassing situation. Instead
Okay.
of beating yourself, feeling like you're failing or you're embarrassing yourself in front of everyone, you can say that I am so proud that I took this step, that you have the courage to do that.
Oh.
Or, like, I'll tell you a few examples. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you may think there is no way I can make this work. Maybe you
Mm.
got a project, maybe you got an assignment, and you think that you cannot make it.
Okay.
But instead of thinking that, you can think, I've got this and I will do my best.
Hmm.
If you make any mistake, if you fail, you can say, you can see from it. A mistake is nothing but it is a learning thing that you get from out of that.
Okay, that's a great thing. Actually, learning from mistake is a very good thing.
Yes.
As an educator, I would also like to add a point here. Like recently in our one of our school, actually, what happened is they started deducting something like which no educator, no teacher likes that, but they started deducting a salary, and you know what happens with that? We
Yeah.
keep motivating ourselves by actually going for some other job, like going for the online teaching, going for some kind of marketing, going
Yes.
for some kind of doing a part-time job. We know that yes, our salary is getting deducted, but crying over that situation and shedding off your tears is not going to
Yeah.
help you,
It
right?
actually motivated many.
it actually
to take
motivated
care.
many of the people to do some
Yes,
other extra work and to earn some extra money actually. And that
yes,
actually kept motivated for most of the educators, not only in our field but I think in every field it's the same situation. If one thing has to be closed, you remember the other two or three
yes,
things, you have to open it actually. You have to motivate yourself sometimes. You cannot
yes.
cry over
When
the situation.
I have seen that when these kind of things happen in workplace or anywhere, it
Mm-hmm.
people take it in two ways. One
Hmm.
is people think get depressed or cry over it, and the other set of people, they see it as a chance to try new things, get outside of the comfort zone, and get something better than this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to
So,
add over it?
no, I want to ask you, how do you see the silver lining in your life when something happens?
Okay, like how do I see?
Yeah.
Okay, so to be positive actually in the life, I generally go through reading of books. I know that most of the people will laugh over it, but I still read comic books and watch some cartoons. Actually, that will bring some motivation, bring some laughter and relaxation. That is one
That's
of the
not a
thing.
thing to laugh about. It's like you're keeping your inner child alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to grow, if you want to be immature in a life, always be with the cartoon. Actually, at least
Yes,
there's some reality and some truth is left over. Okay,
yes,
coming to our point, rather than discussing all this thing, let's come straight to the point at how to be positive and train your mind to see the silver lining. That's our topic, right? How to be positive. Here we are there on this. You can see on the screen. It's there the topic, how to be positive, and also, please, if you like this conversation, do like, subscribe to this channel, right?
yes.
Okay,
Please
so
subscribe, everyone.
Ah, thank you very much.
So,
Train your mind to see the silver lining.
mhm.
And remember, this same podcast or the video will be available on Spotify, Sound of Soul, also on the YouTube Sudarshan Studio. So, coming to the topic here, how to be positive.
so
Yes.
before I explain this, I want to talk about negative thoughts and negative self-talk.
Okay. Yeah, please go on.
Uh, so there is always a thing when you are trying to be positive in your life. The first step you have to take is stop your negative thoughts and stop the negative self-talk. As I
Okay.
already told before, there is always two ways to react in a situation.
Hmm.
One, you can take it as a downfall, and the other, you can take it as a motivation and turn it into something which is if beneficial for you.
Okay.
So, when you face anything, when our brain naturally it is wired to go to negative things. Many people, I won't say many, most of the people, when something happens, their brain goes to the worst case scenario. Like it is like a comfort zone in our brain. You
Mm-hmm.
usually hear people talking like, I hate myself, my life is a mess, I am never going to make it, I am so hopeless. And you see these memes and jokes also where people criticize themselves a lot.
Okay. So,
And you see them sharing the same things as a meme. It kind of rewires your brain to think yourself less, even if
mm-hmm.
it is as a joke.
Okay.
So
Mm.
now when you want to stay positive, you have to understand that it is not a one time process. It is like a daily, you need to practice it daily. How you get up, brush your teeth, and go for a bath. This positive self talk, motivating yourself, should be a daily thing.
And
Now I can say that I'm going to think positive all the time, and the next minute if something happens,
mm-hmm.
I will be going to my old negative self talk. That won't be of any use.
Mm.
So you need to constantly check your mind, constantly check your thoughts, that in this situation, how am I going to react? Ask yourself that question and then go for it.
Oh, that's a great thing. So we'll keep that thing in the mind.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. What happens? Sometimes in day-to-day life, we do face some self-criticism, right? Sometimes we doubt
yes,
ourselves also. There are few
yes.
statements that I would like to go through here, and let's see what we say, some alternative thoughts or some self-compassion that you can
Mm,
give about this.
yes.
Okay, like whenever I go for some work, like let's take for some class, sometimes I feel that I failed and I embarrassed myself when I'm not fulfilling the work. How to overcome
Mm.
over this?
You just said that when you go to a class or when you try something,
Yeah, when I try something new, I failed, I embarrassed myself. So how do you
then
self compassionate?
you can change that thought into like you tried something new, that is like many people are not going to step out of the comfort zone and do it. You should be
Hmm.
proud of yourself that you took that step.
Okay.
That's how you should say that I am proud that I took this step. It's fine that I failed, but I have that courage to take the step.
So when I mention that I am failed, I should be proud that I have tried that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
you
At
should
least I showed the
proud.
courage to do it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
Um the second thing, like the negative thought comes like there is no way I can make this work, or there is no way I can do this work. It is not a cup of my tea. Is it right, that one? It's not a cup of my tea? Yeah.
It's not, yeah. So you, I have to mention this. When we are telling ourselves that I am not going to make it, this is not going to work out, that won't work out.
Okay. So
It's a
putting the
thing
negative
like,
thought will always make it to do negative thing.
yes, when you constantly tell yourself that it is not going to work out, not going to work out, your behavior changes
Mm-hmm.
and your behavior leads to one after the other, and the thing will definitely not work out.
Mm-hmm.
Even if imagine the situation is so hard, very hard, you know that you cannot do it, but tell yourself that you got this.
Okay.
Tell yourself that you will do your best to complete the task or do that work completely, and your behavior changes according to that thought, and you will do it.
So basically, self motivate yourself and always try to keep reminding that you can do the best.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There is a
Yeah, go on.
there is a famous neurobiologist. His name is Joe Dispenza.
Joe Dispenser. Okay.
Yes, you can find him all over the internet. He
Mm-hmm.
uses the term the neurons that wire together will fire together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the meaning of it is when you keep on telling yourself a part of your brain that fires and it wires together, and when you keep on repeating it day after the other, day after the other, you will become
Mm-hmm.
the master of your thoughts.
Oh, you know, like when I'm trying something, like let's take it as when I'm playing a guitar, which I have newly started, right? So I make
Yes.
a lot of mistakes while I'm learning a guitar, and then I
Yes.
think that yeah, this life is sucks. Actually, it's completely failure. Why did I started this course? Okay,
Hmm.
so it's
Hmm.
completely ruined. Sometimes I think that it is going to ruin my life because I'm not going to go to any concert, I'm not going to perform anywhere, so why I'm learning this? So sometimes I think that that course that I have started is a
Yeah.
big mistake. I'm going to be a big failure, or going to face a big failure in this new hobby, you can say that.
I want to ask you something that you said you started it. Learn the did you learn it completely?
No, not yet. I have just started like few
You
classes.
have just started, but eventually you are going to learn it and you are going to master it, right?
I hope so I can continue that, because I'm little down with that.
Yeah, but at some point, everybody starts and they reach the goal eventually. The
Hmm.
thing is, when you're trying to learn guitar,
Okay.
that's something that is very new and you're learning it, right?
Hmm.
Even if you fail repeatedly, you are going to learn from it. You are not going to stop there.
Okay. So my failure has to teach me, but that failure has to be motivating, no? If the failure is not motivating you, how you will learn actually?
It all boils down to your personality. like like
Uh-huh.
we discussed, two kinds of reactions.
Okay.
One is the thing which accepts the failure and stays there, and one is the thing which accepts the failure and then bounce back to learn
Okay.
from it.
So that's what we have to give the message to our listeners also. If you
Yes,
face the failure or if you're not at all succeeding in your life, please don't bend, please don't actually stay there. Don't
yes,
overthink over your failure. Just move on, right? Go for the
yes.
next
There
one.
is always the thing. Accept the failure.
Yeah, there is
You
always a silver lining.
yes,
That's the topic that we have.
yes,
Uh, so that's how you train your mind for actually see the silver lining.
yes. It also comes down to your personality traits, like how you think about yourself.
Hmm.
You want to look like someone else, but you keep forgetting that you're very unique, and nobody else can be you.
Okay.
That's always a silver lining. You have to tell yourself that I'm unique. Nobody
Hmm.
can be me.
Oh yeah, coming to
Nobody
the
can be
unique
Sneha, and
unique
nobody can be
condition.
Sudarshan.
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
You know that's with a you said someone like something like you are a unique person in this billion people
Yes.
population. No one
Yes.
matches with our DNA, no one matches with our feature, and most important is actually no one can replace you. But you know, sometimes being a special thing, being a special person, sometimes you feel weird. Like one of my student, she's really very much good in studies, down with confidence, and she says that, sir, I do some kind of mistakes, I do ask some kind of questions which are not relevant to the textbook, while when I go home, I think I am little bit weird. I acted some weird thing in the classroom for which I feel ashamed, but after going home or when I am alone. So,
Hmm.
thinking about weirdness, is it not like a self criticism? Yeah.
That is definitely a criticism.
Hmm.
Instead of using the word weird, she
Hmm.
can use the word unique. Like, I
Oh,
am unique. Anyone can solve the problems from the book and solve it. She's going
okay.
out of the box to do something.
Thinking out of the box
Yes.
for solution.
There is
That's
always like the term that you use for yourself is very important.
okay.
Instead of saying failure, say that I'm
Mhm.
learning. Instead of saying weird, say yourself unique.
So this actually we should ask to our listeners also whenever they feel themselves that they are unique or when they are weird, what kind of feeling actually other than this weird and unique thing comes in their mind. So please put it in the chat box and we will actually discuss in our next video or next podcast.
You can tell them they have write something unique about themselves in the
Mm-hmm.
comment box.
Okay, sure. I hope they are listening to you and they will
Yes,
do it and they'll follow the influencer here.
yes,
Okay.
and
And let's
yes,
see with this one that whenever she do some new things, she always
hmm,
have this. I'm never be good at this thing. Like for example, when she's in biology, you need to draw diagrams, right? You have to
yeah,
practice a diagram. And what
yes,
is the first thing that comes in her mind is actually I'll be never be a good artist or I'm not going to be good at this work. But
yes,
actually, she will never what you say, she never gives up. This is one thing, yes. If she is not doing well also, she will practice at home. And I think I should put this one in self compassion, that she will do her best. I know when I told
hmm,
her to do at least draw the diagram 10 times, and she did a mistake, and then I said that okay, go for now the next 10 times. She literally did for 20 times for practicing
Yeah.
that particular diagram.
That's the
And
thing, like
actually,
never giving up on anything.
mm, I think that making keeping yourself or staying motivated and willing to do your best in each and
Yeah.
every moment is very important here. I think that was
Yes.
one of the self compassion here.
Yes.
Okay, coming to one of the podcasts that you have launched on your Spotify, am I right?
Yes.
Can you
It's on.
just tell the viewers and the listeners here about it?
I've recently launched a podcast, and the podcast name is Within You and Me. There, I am discussing about self love, health and fitness, mental health, and about general well being of your life. And
What
do
else?
please go do listen to my channel.
Yeah, sure. Please go through this channel Within You and Me on Spotify.
Yes.
Okay, and there you can actually learn something more about the motivational talks. Motivational speakers are there actually, and you can listen to Miss Sneha there, where she is discussing all our day-to-day life problems.
Yeah, actually, my first episode was about the limiting beliefs.
Hmm.
Like how you said the student was thinking she will never be good at something.
Okay, I
So
heard
when
something about
you
the shackle also. What was that?
shackle, the meaning of shackle is like a cage.
Okay.
Like a
Oh.
person becomes a
Hmm.
prisoner of his own beliefs.
Okay. And the episode
I'll
was
take the
about
example. It was
the
about,
title. The title, if you if you can give to the listeners here.
yeah, I actually thought about the name shackle because um, I attended like a event of my
Mm-hmm.
friend, and I met a mutual friend there. She was very young and she was constantly till the point I met and I left the event. She was only talking about her so-called boyfriend who was literally not being a boyfriend.
Okay.
I she can easily leave the relationship because it was only 8 months,
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually not respecting her physically, financially exploiting her, and not at all taking care of the bare minimum things that a girl deserves in a relationship.
Okay, we'll talk
But
about that.
yeah,
Yeah, tell me.
she was not able to leave it because she has become the prisoner of her own belief that she cannot leave the relationship when it was very clear and easy to go move on. She's not able to do that.
That's very painful, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is what you have. The episode that I was looking for, your own shackles within you and me. Check out on Spotify. Am I right? That was an
Yeah.
episode, your own shackle. Yeah, please,
Yes.
listeners, to listen
Thank you
to
so much for
within
promoting.
you and me, yeah, your own shackle. This is one of the episode. I really appreciate this actually, because this episode was really good. And related to this episode only, there is a next question here that I hate how I look and I am ugly. Most of this TikTok generation or Instagram generation, they always try to compare themselves with some celebrity, some what we say, the
Influence.
filters, filters. No, 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 the filters. Basically, not we are talking about influencer. They actually go through the filters. The entire life is behind the filters only. So
Yeah.
when they see themselves in a real way, they think that they start comparing themselves with the influencers, the people who are actually on the Instagrams or TikTok or the YouTube, or let's say the
Yeah.
big celebrities. And when they start comparing themselves, they start hating themselves and they feel that they are ugly. Take any beauty product that we have. I hope we can target that hashtag fair and lovely or any other men's product or female product,
Yes.
billions of business over it, and they make the other person to feel that, guys, you are looking ugly, go for this product. So how can we come over this self criticism? Actually, now self doubting is this key. Why I should do this? I Body shaming, body weight, what we say now.
What you what you said about is very true. Like in this day and age of social media, it is very easy to compare ourselves to someone else. Uh, when you're in a constant media presence, it is always easy. It is always very easy for you to compare yourself when you go on the media. You never know how much the person is editing the picture or editing the video. You just see the final product of it.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Guys, do listen to this. That key, whenever you see a video or a influencer, or let's see a what we say a big personalities and all this thing, okay, Bollywood or Hollywood, remember behind them thousands of people are working, whether it is with the editing video
yeah.
or with their gym or whether with
Makeup.
the costumes, makeup and all this thing. Please remember, they are completely in a show business, right?
Yes,
They
you
have
don't
to
have
look
to
good.
look that way. It is their
Yeah, that is
job
not
to
the
look
real
that way.
life. Yes. So never compare yourself. And remember, we have mentioned the earlier that be unique, be yourself, because this is a reality. Be
Yes,
grateful for for your body,
that is very
right?
important.
Yeah.
Look, it is helping you survive, it is helping you move, do the things you love.
Mm-hmm.
You should always be grateful for your body and your health. The way you look, you can change it anytime you want.
Hmm. We can transform ourselves. Be
Yes,
grateful for your body, and be grateful that you are alive with your good two hands or a beautiful mind and a beautiful thought. Actually, most
yes,
of the people do not have that. So do experience this beautiful life actually with a beautiful mind and thought.
yeah.
Okay, so next thing is, whenever we lose something in our life, when something actually regularly happens with you, like the failure, like you never uh, have the confidence to actually go for a big event and all this thing, and you give and you start blaming yourself, why this is happening to me, why this happens only to me sometimes. So how do you tackle this situation here?
I was always this girl whenever even a minor inconvenient happened, I used to
Mm-hmm.
always things always happen to me. Like bad luck kind of thing. I used to think that why bad things are always happening to me.
Hmm.
And I was always meeting only bad things in my life.
Okay.
But when I changed my perspective, like when something happens, I now I think, what is this teaching for me? What is the teaching from this? What can I learn from this?
Mm-hmm.
That totally changed how I reacted to any situation.
Can you give an example over it?
Like can I use the same example that you said before? Like
Which one?
deducting the salaries from the employees.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can actually put it, I think. So we are not going to target any organization here. That's the only
Yeah,
thing that I think that every organization try to keep up the profit, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
When the profit, it affects someone else's life. It
Hmm.
doesn't. It's not fun and games when it comes to affecting someone else's life very seriously. So what happened is when this situation came financially, I was very in a need, and also when they have done that earlier, for a minute I thought bad things will always happen to me,
Hmm.
but then I took it as a chance to take myself further and see what opportunities I have outside the organization.
Yes, that's true thing. You have to actually explore yourself. See,
Yeah,
always see that in this way, because when I'm there in this business from past 12 to 13 years now. So I have seen that when actually you get a little less income, when your salary is little bit less, or let's see the deduction of the regular salary, whether you come late, whether you are not there in the class, whether you are absent. Remember, you I think never keep your eggs in one basket. This is one proverb, right? You always need to invest in multiple things. So, if you are only with teaching, definitely you will not survive for a long time. This is very important. If you actually have, you need to explore different um, subjects, you need to explore different businesses, you need to explore different strategy to earn money. This is one thing.
Yes.
Yes, if
There is also a saying of from a famous economist, like usually we work 8 days, 8 hours a day.
hmm,
So 8 hours a day work is only for your survival.
okay,
It is only going to pay for your survival. How many hours you put into yourself after those 8 hours, that is
hmm,
going to help you grow.
yeah, that's true. That's completely true. And always see that if something is happening bad, if something is not working with you, try to learn from it. Try to learn
Yes,
what mistakes you're making. Can you do something? Can you just convert that mistakes into an opportunity and look for exploration? Remember, there is always a time, there is always something from where you can learn and from where you
yes,
can earn. If you can learn, you can earn. This is very simple funda.
yes.
If you can
And
learn,
also,
you can earn very easily.
yeah, like,
And that's how the
like,
online business came.
yes, it is. It
It
is.
is, right? Okay, putting to the last question because we are not going to stretch further more. We have
Mm.
already exceeded the time here, but still, that's the last question here. This is too hard for me. Also, sometimes it comes that I cannot do the podcast. I'm very much delayed with it. How to do the audio, video, or conversion because I don't know most of the things. Like let's say with the Instagram, I feel sometimes it's very hard to actually do the reel, to go for live or go for editing and all this thing. And this is what it makes when you study some subject, right from point of view of a student. This mathematics is really hard. Where am I going to use it? It is going to kill me. This is one of the self doubt of a student with most of
Yeah,
the mathematics subject, right?
mostly. Many, I
Yes.
have seen many students saying the same thing about biology.
Yes.
Not personal attack, but people
Okay.
do that.
Hmm.
Like, how are you even studying this? It all boils down to your own concept. Like, if you think it is too hard, see, you said Instagram was too hard for you. You did not do it for so long, and now you're doing it and you're learning it. So now it has
Yes.
become a bit easier for you. Imagine that you thought it is too hard and you never tried it. What would have happened?
That's true actually. Otherwise, that my Instagram will not grow.
Yes,
Yes,
you
that's
just have
again
to think, if it is too hard, it will just take a little more time and little more effort from your side to learn. That's all.
little more patience when you are going for
Yes.
learning. I know I'm not going to succeed in mathematics. I know this equation is very hard. I know the drawing is very hard. I know the subject, or let's say, this hobby, my guitar hobby, is
Yes.
really very hard. But yes, with my patience, with my regular practice, not all
Yeah.
the chapters, not all the sums, but at least one sum that I have practiced regularly, that definitely I can do very well.
Yes. That you
Right?
can do. Or else you can just say yourself, nothing is rocket science in this world. At
Hey,
some
I
point,
remember this one of the movie. I think what is it? Three Idiots. All is well, all is well, all is well. Just keep
all
it
is
that in
well.
mind. All
Just
is
take the
well.
book. Nothing is rocket science. At
Hmm.
some point, anyone has that concept was new to everyone,
Okay. Yes.
right?
True. Yep.
Yes. So just
And
think
this
that
all
this is
concept
not,
has been originated from a brain only, so a brain can
yeah,
definitely solve it.
yeah, same brain, same thing. No one's brain is less compatible. Just hype yourself and just say that this is nothing. I can do this. That's all.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I can do it.
So,
Tell
ending on
yourself.
this positive note, Sneha,
Yes.
thank you very much actually for joining Sound of Soul and actually enriching our listeners with your thoughts, with actually
Thank you
self
so much for
compassion thoughts,
having me.
actually. So, once
Yes.
again, to all my listeners here, please like and subscribe the channel if you feel the conversation was worthy, please put in a comment here, DM me if you want to have some other topic over the Sound of Soul channel here, right? And
Yes.
please be positive in your life, because please remember, your life is very precious, not your but everyone's life, right?
Yes.
Every organism's life is very precious. Keep yourself motivated, be positive, be healthy, and yeah, do listen to our Miss Neha's channel on Spotify, Within You and Me, and the channel which I really loved, and the episode actually, Your Own Shackle.
Yes.
Okay, see you on
Like,
next episode here. Would you like to just end up with some positive thought here, Miss Neha?
yes. I can use my outro of my podcast. Keep
Yeah,
loving, keep shining, and keep smiling.
keep loving, keep shining, and keep
Smiling.
smiling. And people,
Yeah.
please keep growing also with your
Yes. Keep
positive thoughts.
subscribing to Sound of Soul.
Sound of Soul. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Thank you very much for joining. So, guys, that was Miss Neha here. Thank you for listening to the episode How to Be Positive. See you into the next episode. Till then, bye.